you've come a long way to me as a thespian,
Thank you.
and I would imagine coming into the game, it might be a little harder for somebody who's the son of someone famous, right? And then someone who actually started off in hip hop, and then he ventured off into Hollywood, the whole nine. But I feel like the kids always got to extra prove themselves, right? Did you feel that?
Absolutely. There's already a concept and an ideology of what type of person I'm going to be before people even meet me because of how they might have views of my father, this, that, and the third. You feeling entitled, not ready to work, but I come from a family that prides themselves on being ready to work. And yeah, I mean, as a second generation in any sense or form, you have to mentally work harder for sure. You are given blessings that put you in positions that people don't get at certain points the same way you did, but it is a mental battle that you have to have. When it comes to my father and his fire is external. He would see the environment that he's in and want to get out, and so that helps his eternal flame to push him to work and get out of what he sees. When you are second generation, your external is great. There's nothing that I see that like makes me feel like, man, I got to get out of here. So it's much more of an internal battle of wanting more for yourself. And when it came to Straight Outta Compton, I was going to USC because I'm a writer. That's what I want to do. That's what I continue to do to this day. And in the middle of my second year, Pops was like, they're taking this NWA movie serious. And I was like, oh, man, that's good. And then he was like, no, it's not what this conversation is about. In a perfect world, I would want you to play me. So I'm like, ugh, okay, that's different. He was like, you have to audition. I'm like, please make me audition, because if I audition and I don't get it, that's not my fault. I'm just bad. I'm not looked at it as any certain way. But then I didn't know this at the time, but when he suggested it, they I'm sorry, Gary, but like Gary Gray was like, Cube, is this a joke? And
Yep,
so
Gary Gray said that.
I was like, damn, all right. Yeah. He didn't tell me during that because he knew that would have just pissed me off. But it's just little things that I had to use to build my fire. I left school. It took me 2 years to get the part for Straight Outta Compton. I left in the middle of my second year. I'm watching all my friends graduate without me on Instagram. They're moving on, doing their own things, and they're still asking me what's going on with the movie. So now that fear of not knowing what to do, now that's building my fire.
Yeah.
I got my family depending on me, my brothers and my sister, like, man, you got to get this for us. Now that fire is building in me. So now, on top of that, I get the movie crushes for a year. I didn't get a phone call, not a script, not
Nobody
nothing.
reached out after that.
And so I'm like, I'm looking online and they're saying, of course he could play his dad. Like, of course he could do it. Now, like my accomplishment didn't mean shit. So now that fire is burning in me. And so it's these little things that you got to like fake make yourself mad about to push you to get people to be wrong, So I had a meeting with my team of just like every movie we take has to be completely different from the last one we did.
Yeah.
So Straight Outta Compton, and then I did Ingrid Goes West, which is a dark indie, completely different. Then I got Den of Thieves, which is action. Then we did Godzilla, which is sci-fi. Then we did Long Shot, which is comedy. So it was just like constantly showing versatility, so they couldn't put me in a box, because that is my fire, is to just show everybody and make them eat crow.